On the right side, Awesome Kong, the narrow body truck. Dane sits in there, he's all smiling. At the test lab, let's see what's going to happen on the run. Hey.
Short took that's an early lead, but here comes the flying Texan. Steve Dane.
Steve Dane has been smiling too much for me. I'm going to go with that kid from Texas. A lot of technology in this truck that he's driving. Do you have a preference as to who you're going to be going against, Bigfoot or Litzow with the USA one?
No, Army, I'd like to beat them both. So I was kind of milking it over the first few races there, just enough to win whoever I was racing.
Like Steve Dane, and he's considered an old gunfighter. Here they go, and look out! Oh. We have got a dead heat.
I think with a little bit more horsepower, it can come off the line a lot faster.
Here, right there. That looks like Awesome Kong. If I didn't get in free tonight, I would buy a ticket. Here they go! Yes! Yes! Steve Dane out of Texas and Awesome Kong.
School's out in the test lab. They must be. Look, they don't caution to the wind. They're going after each other. Awesome Kong and the Gravedigger.
Our trucks are solely paid for themselves. If we don't make any money that weekend, we don't have any money to put in.
Right on the start line. Morrison's got to leave, and he does. Richard, look at the jump.
Got him a shot, and here comes Dane. Dane.
Now Steve's running a truck where he sits mid-seat in it where he can see out of both sides pretty easy, and I don't think it's as critical for him as it is some of the other drivers.
How do you feel about lane choice?
He's exactly right. He's a little sharper than I thought he was.
And he's going after him. Kramer knows it. He's an old pro, but Kramer's got to hold off the kid out in Texas. Richard, I don't know. Look how close it is. Truck, we just received word to Steve Dane.
Running with Jim. I raced him so many times. I never had a chance to beat him. To me, he seemed unbeatable. You know, all the magazine stuff I read about him was true in Bigfoot. Finally, I did it one time.
This is a Texas-style shootout. They're going to lay all cards on the table. Four's out. Now, they've got to come after. Look at that.
What a run.
Up a little bit ahead now. Powering once again. Awesome Kong really flies.
Chevrolet come out.
What a hook shot.
Great.
Over 1,000 horsepower. And
keep an eye. Whoa, what we...
By having a poor qualifying, I got the crummy lane, and I thought it wasn't that bad, but it's considerably worse after taking a few laps on it.
Nails the...
Maybe an upset.
Oh!
We rolled the truck, and I had popped a couple tires this year, and we just didn't have the cash to buy new tires. What we had to do is, every so often you see one of these large tires laying in the field. We rounded up 4 of them for $200. I don't know if we'll ever see a deal like that again, but we had to take it when we could. And I'm running with inner tubes in them all to make them hold air, and I think I'm the only truck in the circuit with inner tubes in.
he only made acceleration tests prior to this weekend. Today, the first
Kong race team found something they had been looking for.
Yeah, in all actuality, they found out they've only been...
But the fellow competitors and officials came along and said, Jeff, they're called monster trucks. You've got to have a full-length pickup truck body on it. So he created one out of fiberglass for easy maintenance. Now, they said length. They failed to mention to Jeff anything about width. Look at this, a skinny 44 inches, just wide enough for himself and his roll cage.
And it looks like he's going to do it now. USA 1 is out of it as Steve Dane and Awesome Kong.
Mad Dog into the right lane. I'm going to go out on a limb and say, man from Texas is going to win this thing.
So he says it's going to be Steve Dane. I'm going to say a Chevrolet will win. But then again, there's only 2 Chevrolets in the finals.
All Chevrolet final, Texas against Missouri. This one's for bragging rights. Texas takes the win. Let's see what's... Oh, what a run!
I go to every show. I said this before. I think it's you, too. You don't come to a race thinking you're going to win. You might as well not even show up, because I go to every race thinking I'm going to take home everything.
And Awesome Kong does not even finish the race.